All right, hello and welcome to this brief introduction to Certemy's licensing management software. In the next few minutes, I'll show you just how easy it is to set up and use Certemy to manage online applications and renewals. We'll consider three viewpoints: how you can manage users and licensing credentials, how your applicants and licensees can manage their own applications and renewals using Certemy, and how you can track, review, and report on licensing applications and renewals. So let's log in. Now, before we dive into users and credentials, let's take a moment to note the simplicity of our menu system. We go to great lengths to make Certemy very easy to learn and use for your staff and your licensees. Please also note that you can customize Certemy to match the look and feel of your website. These customizations include your logo, your colors, and your fonts. This custom branding feature allows you to seamlessly integrate your Certemy-powered online licensing system with your website. All right, let's start with users. This is where you'll manage your applicants, licensees, admin staff, and other users. Note that we import all users from your current database or spreadsheet during your implementation. This import includes status data for each of your active applicants and licensees. You can also customize Certemy's user database to match your exact data requirements without programming. This ensures that we have a home in Certemy for all the data in your current database. Generally, you do not need to add new users manually. New applicants can start their application directly from your website using our self-enrollment feature. We'll talk more about that in a moment. With this feature, applicants click a button on your website and automatically start your application process, and Certemy automatically captures their information as part of this process. This saves you the hassle of entering new applicant data manually. If you do need to add users manually, you can certainly do so, like this. And you can also add them in bulk, like this. You can use our search and filter options to quickly find the users you're looking for. And you can click on any user to access their user profile. When looking at a specific user profile like this one, you can filter on credentials, forms, files, registry details, and email notification settings. You can update any of the information that you have for the user, and this will be saved in the database. One very useful feature to notice here is our Login As feature. This feature lets your staff log into Certemy as any user. This makes it very easy to help users that are experiencing problems, such as completing an application form or uploading an evidence document. Once logged in as a user, you can see exactly what they see, and you can make changes on their behalf as needed. Of course, Certemy will keep track of any changes you make on behalf of your users. Now let's look at credentials. Credentials define the requirements for each license managed by your board, and of course you can create as many as you need. Configurability is a key feature of Certemy, so any authorized staff member can add or change a licensing credential in minutes with no technical knowledge or programming required. Let's drill down into our initial licensure credential to understand this better. Notice how Certemy breaks credentials down into phases and steps. Phases can perform many functions. The most common is to separate requirements for initial applications versus licensure renewal. Each phase is further broken down into steps. Each step represents a specific requirement that your professional must complete in order to attain or renew licensure. Again, no program is required to manage these steps. We provide configurable step types for each of the following: data capture forms, to capture demographic information, evidence document upload for items such as transcripts, online payment for fee collection, continuous education tracking, board verification steps like background checks, and logs to track supervised hours. To create a licensing credential, simply add the steps you need and configure them to match your requirements. After an hour of training, you'll be adding and changing licensing credentials in minutes. Add fields to a data form, increase a fee, or change CE requirements. All these changes take a few moments and need no programming. Just open the appropriate credential step and update the configuration details. Let's take a quick look at this application step. If we wish to edit it, we can see the specifics. In many ways, using Certemy to automate licensing requirements is like using Microsoft PowerPoint to create a slide presentation. Everything is simply point, click, and configure. Of course, Certemy will configure all licensing credentials for you during implementation, but it's great to know that you have the keys to the car and can make changes anytime you please. Now, before we leave credentials, note that you can define deadlines for each step. These deadlines trigger automatic email reminders. These reminders keep your applicants and licensees on time and on task, so they always know what to do next. In this way, Certemy automatically guides your applicants and licensees through your requirements, and this greatly reduces the number of phone calls and emails that you have to field from professionals asking what they need to do next. You can also define which steps need to be reviewed by your staff and which do not. And you may also specify which steps require attestation and which do not. Electronic signature capture is an integrated feature of Certemy and available for any step. Now let's take a quick look at proof of licensure. Certemy lets you upload blank templates for each licensing credential. We then automatically generate a personalized proof of licensure card or certificate for each individual. You can email these to your licensees, and we'll also keep an electronic copy for them in their Certemy digital wallet. The digital wallet is another valuable feature that we will discuss later. Just note for now that every document uploaded by an applicant or licensee and every document you issue to them is stored in one place online where they can be easily accessed 24/7. Now let's talk briefly about assignments. Assignments match applicants and licensees, your users, to credentials. We automatically assign active applicants and licensees to your credentials during implementation, so they're generally nothing that you need to worry about doing manually. For new applicants, we provide self-enrollment links that you can add to your website, and these links allow individuals to start a new application simply by clicking a button on your website. Assignment is also automatic for your renewing licensees. Now let's switch gears and see what Certemy looks like for your applicants and renewing licensees. I'm going to use our login as professional feature and log in as our user here. Note that Certemy is very mobile friendly, so it works great on any device, including smartphones, tablets, desktops, and laptops. Now, the first thing that users see when they log into Certemy are their assigned credentials. Let's look at this credential for initial licensure. Note that we use a simple traffic light system to show your users which of their assigned credential steps are complete and which need work. This is complete, white, white, incomplete, green, complete. This gives your users a very quick visual overview of the extent to which they have completed either an application or a renewal. Users can drill down to each step to complete the required task or to review or change the information they have provided. Let's take a look at our application. We can see that this one has been completed, and this particular step required that I sign to attest the information provided. This is an evidence upload step. Again, this step has been completed. This is a fee submission step. Again, this has been completed, and so on and so forth. Now, as we discussed earlier, credential steps define the requirements you need applicants and licensees to complete in order to acquire or renew licensure. Typical requirements include the following: entering information on forms, paying fees, uploading evidence documents, submitting continuing education hours, logging supervised work experience, and providing references. Another traffic light system shows users the status of each completed step. Each step or requirement can be in one of the following states: pending review, reviewed and approved, or reviewed and rejected. This one has been completed and reviewed, and the white check mark tells us that it has been approved. This step has also been reviewed and approved, and this step is incomplete. So again, a very simple visual system that makes it very easy for your applicants and licensees to understand exactly where they are in the process. And again, this greatly reduces the number of phone calls and emails that you receive from those folks asking where are they in the process and what do they need to do next. For document uploads, users can use their smartphone camera if using Certemy on their phone, or drag and drop a file if they're on their computer. Now, Certemy does an especially good job managing continuing education. So let's switch to our renewal credential to see that in action. For CE requirements, the simplest option is for users to enter course details and hours and upload a certificate of completion. This model works fine, but it means your licensees have to find approved relevant CE products on their own. Certemy provides a very elegant solution to this problem. We let you build a curated marketplace of approved providers. The marketplace maps providers' CE products to your credential requirements. Certemy then automatically presents matching marketplace products to licensees based on their CE requirements. This greatly simplifies CE product discovery for licensees. And of course, we work with your CE providers to do the heavy lifting, so they map their products to your requirements, and you simply need to review and approve the mappings. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Certemy stores documents and licenses in a digital wallet where they are easy for your users to find and share. These documents can include uploaded evidence files, CE transcripts that are automatically generated by Certemy for each licensure cycle, and any proof of licensure that you have issued to the user following a successful application or renewal. Now let's return to Certemy's admin system to review a few more features for boards before we finish the tour. Here, we provide a workspace for you to approve or reject submissions from applicants and licensees. Filters let you drill down to the areas that need your attention. We can either look at all of the submissions, or we can look at form submissions, evidence file uploads, fee payments, education submissions, and so on. Moving on, self-enrollments allow you to generate links that you can embed on your website, like this example. Your applicants can simply click this button and it will automatically take them to the Certemy login screen, fully branded to match your website so that they can start their application process. Over here, in Settings, we allow you to create and manage your public registry, and we provide a link that allows you to embed the registry on your website. You can, of course, pick and choose which information is included on the registry, and here's an example of what a registry looks like on a customer website. Heading back to the main menu, this is our standard credential dashboard. You can see statistics for all your credentials or use the search and filter options to identify an individual credential. You can see which of your licensees are in good standing, which are due to renew their license and which have expired licenses. You can drill down into any stat to see underlying details so that you can follow up with the impacted licensee. Note that Certemy can also integrate with your exam vendor. So if you're using Certemy to track candidate registrations and test scores, we can also provide an exam dashboard that lets you see at a glance which applicants have registered, passed, or failed the exam. Of course, Certemy also provides a library of pre-built reports, and we can also build custom reports specific to your needs at no extra cost. We can configure these reports for automatic delivery to your board on whatever schedule you like. Finally, we can provide employers with tools to track and manage practitioner compliance. These tools include license renewals plus employer-specific dashboards and registries. That concludes our licensing management product tour. I hope it gives you a better idea of how we can easily move your licensing programs online with Certemy. We would love to provide a personalized demo for your board. In these custom demos, we recreate your actual application and renewal workflows so you can see exactly what Certemy would look like for you and your licensees. We can also walk you through our affordable, predictable pricing and explain how a rapid implementation process can get you live in as little as 30 days. I hope I have piqued your interest. If so, please visit certemy.com/demo and schedule a personalized demo at a day and time that works for your busy schedule. Thank you.